A very good afternoon, Zimbabwe. My name is Ronald Makusha, and we are coming here each and every time so that we can set the record straight on Zimbabwean matters. Zimbabwe is being looted, resources are being looted, funds are being looted, and we are doing nothing. That is the reason why we are coming up live to make sure that we speak about it, we talk about it, and we stop the massive looting which is happening. So what is happening is that Daddy Hope exposed a looting issue, right, on Twitter, and he shared a piece of information which he had. And what had happened is that there was a piece which was shared to Daddy Hope by somebody by an insider, and Daddy Hope shared it as he received it. And the ministry was forced to come up and share the full letter in regard to that issue. And I need to show you the defense of ZANU PF, how ZANU PF is trying to defend itself as we speak right now. So ZANU PF has come and is saying that according to Daddy Hope, okay, let me put it right here on the screen so that you can be able to see it. Yes, so it's here. And ZANU PF is saying that according to Daddy Hope, the government refused to pay for the overpriced laptop is looting. How? He wants to get credit for a public memo published by the government. This man must be arrested for spreading fake news. He conveniently redacted the entire memo. Save for the figures. Right. This is what Daddy Hope got. And as a journalist, he reported it as it is. Right. The government then went on to issue this to give out this memo to the public, which is something which is good. This is good. But here are the facts surrounding this matter and the reason why ZANU PF should be exposed and the reason why they cannot continue to silence us and silence journalists by their shenanigans. Let me put it on the screen so that you can deal with this matter, because enough is enough. We've tolerated ZANU PF for long, and it's time we expose them. So I'm going to put this right here on the screen, the letter on the screen, so that we can deal with it as it is. So here is the letter, guys, right here on the screen. I have placed it right here for you to be able to see it. I'm not so sure if you are able to see it, but that is my hope and that is my wish, that you are able to see it and you are able to read. And let us get through. Let us go through the contents of this memo, which was published by the government, according to Kudzai. So the memo, it speaks about the tender award to, and supply and delivery of laptops and desktops. And they said that it has come to Treasury's attention. You have to put this in quotes. It has come to Treasury's attention that Parliament of Zimbabwe had awarded a tender for the supply and the delivery of laptops and desktops to the following companies as follows. The key word is awarded. Had awarded. Zvichireva kuti chinhu ichi chakatoitwa chikatoaprovwa, documentation ikatopera, and changa changosara ndechekuti mari dzichibuditswa kana kuti mari dzakatobuditswa. And this is the information which is there. And they're saying Treasury notes with concern that those suppliers are charging US dollar 9,264.48 and US dollar 3,076 for a laptop and desktop respectively. These US dollar prices have been exorbitantly inflated way beyond those that are prevailing in the market and hence are not acceptable. This is what the Treasury is saying right now. The question is, why did the Parliament procurement approve these things? And let us get to this issue of who is the who in terms of approving things in Parliament. That is what is very important. Let us get to the administration of Parliament, because a lot of people are bringing distortions, saying that CCC, they are also my MPs kunengi ku Parliament, and trying to pin the blame on other people. Here is the leadership of Parliament here. I'm trying to put it right here on the screen so that you can actually see for yourself and be able to know. So let me try to fix this right here on the screen for you. Okay, right. This is Parliament of Zimbabwe website here, and we are talking about the speaker here. That is not the speaker, the clerk of parliament. This is the important person we want to talk about. Who is the clerk? Who is in charge of parliament? Parliament is in the hands of the clerk of court. The clerk of parliament, and that clerk of parliament is in charge of administration and is an accounting officer of the institution. So whatever procurement which happens, approval by the clerk of court. Who is the clerk of court? It is Mr. Kennedy Chokoda. He has been there for over a decade. Ari parliament, doing all sorts of things, running what is happening in the parliament of Zimbabwe. So when you see procurement being done, kuna Mr. Kennedy Chokoda. Mr. Kennedy Chokoda is the man responsible for the approval of that bogus tender. And the question is, what is the government's action on Mr. Kennedy Chokoda? Have we seen an arrest on Mr. Kennedy Chokoda? Because he is the man in charge of what is happening at Parliament. I've tried to highlight key issues here. Let me try to highlight key issues for you. If you read what I have highlighted here, that is what is very important. That are the roles of the clerk of parliament. That is a ZANU PF appointee who is working there as the clerk of parliament, and is the man who approved this bogus deal. So for ZANU PF people to come and defend themselves and try to pin the blame on Daddy Hope, hey, Daddy Hope was die, Daddy Hope was die. Imimi mumuruku pomera Daddy Hope, but who is running parliament? The letter confirms that indeed parliament, the clerk of parliament approved these things. That is the truth. So you cannot blame other people. What is the purpose of the clerk? The clerk is the chief advisor to Parliament on procedures of National Assembly and Senate. Anoadvisor, anoona kuti zvinhu zviri kufamba sei, ndiye anoona kuti marecords aripo and everything else. So we need to make sure that we hold the responsible people accountable. The issue is not about the government dealing with or the government coming out to issue a memo or to blacklist these companies. The issue is on how did Parliament approve such things. It shows that there was somebody who was sleeping on duty. There was somebody ainga akatoronga akatoteya kutodya mari nekuba mari. That is the honest truth, and we cannot run away from that truth. And who is that person? We must begin by the clerk of parliament, Mr. Kennedy Chokoda, the procurement officers at parliament. Who is managing the procurement processes at parliament? So ZANU PF will try each and every time to come and defend their nonsense, to come and defend their looting. They will try by all means to put the blame on another person. Hopewell Chin'ono was arrested after Henrietta Rushwaya's corruption deals. Hopewell Chin'ono was blamed after Obadiah Moyo's deals. But where is Obadiah Moyo? He was fired later. That was corruption which happened. He was fired but never prosecuted. What about this thing? This thing ichaitofanira kutoti vanhu vatoenda kumba chinhu cheparliament ichi. Ndo zvinhu zvataifanira kutoona izvozvo kuratidza kuti hurumende iri serious. Vanga vasingafaniri kutouya nechimemo. Chimemo chavakauya nacho ichi ndechekutodzimura moto wezvinhu zvekuti vakatozviziva kuti zvinhu zvakuda kutoputika. And for them to be safe, they ran away from taking responsibility, bringing a memo. But the question is, vanhu vacho vakazviita imimi according to your memo, makavasunga here. What have you done with the people who are involved in this? Because the Treasury is admitting that indeed Parliament is compromised in terms of this corrupt deal. They are admitting that Parliament approved Chinich. And here is the proof on the screen. So for ZANU PF to come and say, hey, Musungei, say, no matter how many people you arrest, the fact will remain that you have failed, the fact will remain that you are looters, the fact will remain that you are thieves. There are people who went to the liberation struggle because they believed Ian Smith was doing things the wrong way. You are doing things the wrong way today. We're going to speak out. You went to the liberation struggle and fought because you felt that there was looting, there was mismanagement, there was everything. Right now you are doing it and you want us to keep quiet. We are not taking up arms. We are coming to tell you kuti apa murukuba mbavha dzisi kusungwa. We are coming to tell the people of Zimbabwe so that pavari kuenda kunovhota vazive pekuvhotera. And you want to silence people and threaten them with arrest. So there are people who think that we are afraid. There are people who think that we are afraid of dying. Because I may live today, but I will die of cancer. I will die of an accident. I will die of another things from your incompetency. So you think that we are afraid. Nhasi munonditi ndinyarare mangwana you hear kuti ndatadza kuchengeta mhuri kana kuti wasungirwa shoplifting kana kuti wasungirwa another thing. Chichiri nani kuti urwire kodzero dzenyika yako pane kuti unozosungwa iyo for shoplifting or for another thing watadza kuraramisa mhuri watadza kuchengeta mhuri. So I will continue to speak out because one way or the other there are people who are serving who are in prison vasina mhosva dzavakapara. At this moment in time mumwe munhu anogona ngoyo kunongedzwa kuti iwewe wakandirepa kana kuti iwewe wakandibira wotosungwa wotovharirwa because you don't afford a lawyer. It's happening. If you don't afford a lawyer, the probability that you will go behind bars is very, very high, especially if you don't afford a lawyer and you can't bribe. The probability that you go behind bars is very, very high in Zimbabwe. So tinonyararira chi kune vanhu vakaconvictwa vasina mhaka dzavakapara. Those two guys from MDC vakazobuda vakazonzi neSupreme Court havana mhosva. How many years did they save? But Supreme Court ikazouya ikati havana mhosva. But vakaseva for how long? Vachiseva vasina mhosva. Vakaseva for how long? Vana last maenga hama. They saved. And you want to tell us, hey nyarai. It shows kuti one way or the other tinochangosungwa umwe musi tovharirwa tisina mhosva dzatakapara. Because it has been happening. So chii chinozvimisa kuti zviitike kwandiri. If it is happening to somebody who is a brother, who is a sister, inini ndiri special pakaita pakuita sei zvekuti anzi tingavhundudzirwa nekusungwa. We are going to continue to tell the truth as it is. Kana imi mafunga kusunga vanhu muvasungira kutaura chokwadi. This is the honest truth. There is corruption on this deal yandakaisa pascreen apo because the first paragraph yanyorwa naguva matanga iri kutaura iyo chokwadi kuti mari dzakanga dzichitobiwa pakanga patorongwa dhende rekubiwa kwemari. Saka zvekuti hanzi ye takazorimisa hatinei nazvo chakaita kuti muzomisa dhiri iroro pamwe pane umwe munhu anga atomhanya kuzake ndobva mazviziva ndobva machimisa. That is the truth. How can a company iri kuwanika iri paRBZ auction charge exorbitantly like that? That is what is happening tichigara tichizvitaura panapa, but we are silenced each and every day. The truth is that Parliament awarded a tender for the supply and delivery of laptops, and that tender, that award is what we are dealing with at this moment. That award is what prompted the government ministry under Guamatanga to issue this memo, and that was corruption. And the people who are involved must be punished severely, must be in prison. At this moment, we are here to kutotaura. Vangadai vari kuseri, but who is behind bars? It's Job Sikala. Who is behind bars? It's Nyatsime people. Those are the people who are behind, but Mbava is outside. And you want to silence us? You never silence the people. You arrest, you kill, but you still find vamwe vanhu vachisimuka vachitaura chokwadi, because it is God who raised people to speak the truth. So myself, I'm not surprised to see ZANU PF coming with such suggestions zokutanzi munhu akataura manyepo ngaasungwe, because that is ZANU PF for you. That is in their blood, that is their culture, that is their character. So you cannot change them. But are we supposed to keep quiet? No. We are supposed to speak. This is a corrupt issue, and I can prove that there was corruption there, because this letter yakangomira yakadai, this memo is proving corruption. So this is my take, guys. I don't know what you think. In the comment section, please let us talk. What do you think about this whole issue? What do you think about this whole deal? Imimi makaritaza muri kumbofungewo, muri kumboriona sei inini apa ndiri kuona corruption yemhando yepamusoro. That is the reason why we are speaking about it. And corruption must end. Not end kumusoro. Corruption must be stopped at the institutional level. Parliament was supposed to detect that corruption, to stop that corruption. And the issue yematenders zvazvinoitwa ndezvekuti it's either you publish in the government gazette or tiruda kuona kuti pamakagazeta mugovernment gazette how many companies came. Pavari kuuya seministry vari kufanira kutouya with that gazette yakagazetwa kuti for that procurement kuti this is what was gazetted. Aya ndo makambani akauya achitanda kusupply. These are the quotations. Isisu takazotora iyi because zvazvinoita ndezvekuti mutengo weprocurement you take the list apart from quality and everything. You take the list, the tender with the list. That is the negotiation common in Zimbabwe. So it's not something new. Imimi kana mchiti this was the list. Chiti pai list racho pavakauya vachizoita procurement matender processes acho chiti ratidzai kuti this was the list. Motiratidza kuti macompanies akanga aripo ndevanani. That is what is supposed to happen at this moment in time. If you can't do it, then you can tell us about anything. So this is it in Zimbabwe. My name is Ronald Makusha. Let us meet in other episodes and other programs. I love you all. Keep on subscribing, commenting, and also sharing.